Segment 1, The Royal Celebration. In the heart of Dubai, a royal celebration unfolded, marking an extraordinary moment in the history of the city known for its grandeur and opulence. The joyous occasion was none other than the Eid wedding of three distinguished princes, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai, and Sheikh Ahmed, Chairman of the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Knowledge Foundation. The significance of this celebration went beyond a typical wedding. These three grooms were not just ordinary individuals. They were the sons of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and ruler of Dubai. The union of the royal family members brought an unparalleled sense of joy and happiness, not only to the family itself, but also to the entire nation. As the news of the impending nuptials spread, it became clear that this was not a regular wedding, but a grand spectacle. The official celebrations were destined to be on a scale befitting the stature of the Dubai royal family. The guest list, as expected, was a who's who of the region's elite, with dignitaries, ministers, and prominent businessmen gathering to witness and partake in the joyous affair. The significance of the celebration was highlighted by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces. Offering his heartfelt congratulations, he took to Twitter, stating, "With joy and happiness, I congratulate my brother Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid on the wedding of his children Hamdan, Maktoum, and Ahmed." His words echoed the sentiment of the entire nation, acknowledging the completeness of the Eid joy through the union of these royal siblings. The celebration was not merely a private affair, it was a national event that captured the imagination of people across the UAE. Laila Al-Meheri, who witnessed the celebrations, captured the essence of the moment, saying, "All the country is happy today." No, her words reflected the collective happiness that permeated the nation as its first sons of the Dubai royal family embarked on the journey of marriage, and not just one son, but three, marrying together in a historic union. Long before the official guests arrived at the Dubai World Trade Center, where the festivities took place, crowds began to gather outside the venue. The anticipation was palpable, and the venue, a symbol of Dubai's modernity, was to host a celebration deeply rooted in tradition and culture. The wedding celebrations were a culmination of a series of events, including the official Islamic wedding that took place on May 15th. The public and media interest in the private celebrations was immense, and social media platforms were abuzz with updates and glimpses into the opulent affair. The external markers of the grandeur were evident, with the car park filling with Range Rovers bearing multi-million dirham number plates, a distinctive trademark of the UAE's elite. As the men adjusted their traditional attire in car mirrors and tinted windows, the scene painted a picture of a celebration where every detail was carefully curated. The royal celebration was not just about the spectacle, it was a reflection of the unity and solidarity among the people. Neighborhoods in smaller cities, including Shamka and Shahama in Abu Dhabi and Diba in Fujairah, organized buses to transport groups of men to the celebration. This act of solidarity added a communal touch to the grand celebration, emphasizing that the joy was not confined to Dubai alone, but resonated across the entire UAE. The celebrations were not limited to the wedding day. They were a culmination of a series of events that showcased the rich cultural heritage of the region. The official Islamic wedding on May 15th was followed by the Grand Eid celebration, bringing together family, friends, and the entire nation in a shared moment of joy. As the guests arrived, they were greeted by Emirati Ayala dancers, adding a traditional touch to the festivities. The dancers, with their rhythmic beats, created an atmosphere that celebrated the rich cultural tapestry of the UAE. The cultural elements were not just a performance, they were a reminder of the nation's history and traditions, woven into the fabric of the contemporary royal celebration. Segment 2, The Venue and Guests. The stage for Dubai's Grand Royal Eid wedding extravaganza was none other than the prestigious Dubai World Trade Center. Nestled in the heart of the city, this iconic venue became the epicenter of a celebration that would go down in history for its opulence and grandeur. As the news of the royal celebration spread, excitement reverberated not only within Dubai, but across the entire nation. Long before the official festivities began, crowds started gathering outside the Dubai World Trade Center, eagerly awaiting a glimpse of the momentous occasion. The venue, symbolic of Dubai's modernity and progress, stood tall against the cityscape, ready to host an event that seamlessly blended tradition with contemporary luxury. The anticipation was heightened by the arrival of luxury vehicles, a fleet of Range Rovers adorned with multi-million dirham number plates, a distinctive symbol of the UAE's elite. The car park, a canvas of luxury, hinted at the grandeur that awaited inside the venue. Men meticulously dressed in gold or cream bishts adjusted their traditional gutras and igals in car mirrors or the tinted windows of nearby SUVs, adding to the spectacle that surrounded the celebration. Dubai's royal family, known for their lavish celebrations, curated an event that attracted dignitaries, ministers, and influential businessmen from across the UAE. The guest list was a testament to the stature of the occasion, with prominent figures gathering to witness the union of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed. The guests, representing various sectors and regions, arrived in style, contributing to the overall grandeur of the celebration. The Dubai World Trade Center, typically a hub for business and commerce, transformed into a beacon of celebration, where the boundaries between tradition and modernity blurred. The royal celebration was not confined to Dubai alone. Neighborhoods in smaller cities, including Shamka and Shahama in Abu Dhabi and Diba in Fujairah, organized buses to transport groups of men to the celebration. This gesture of solidarity emphasized that the joy and celebration were not limited to the royal family alone, but extended to every corner of the UAE. As the guests made their way into the Dubai World Trade Center, the opulence continued to unfold. The venue, adorned in pale gold and cream, mirrored the sophisticated attire of the royal family. Social media platforms became a window for the public to peek into the Grand Hall, where a live feed showcased the three grooms, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed, standing shoulder to shoulder with the country's royals. Inside the hall, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers," in Arabic. The corridors were lined with dancers and flowers, creating a visual spectacle that complemented the festive atmosphere. Cream sofas lined one wall, and tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses. Lilies and orchids added a touch of elegance to the venue. Videos shared on social media provided glimpses into the proceedings inside the hall, capturing the essence of the celebration. Guests, including UAE ministers, dignitaries, and prominent businessmen, were seen enjoying the festivities, their smiles reflecting the happiness that permeated the nation on this special occasion. As the evening unfolded, the Dubai World Trade Center set the stage for a reception line where Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid and his sons stood alongside the country's royals to greet and congratulate arriving guests. This symbolic gesture underscored the unity and shared joy experienced by the royal family and the nation as a whole. Segment 3, Traditional Touches. Amidst the grandeur of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza, traditional touches emerged as a poignant and enriching element, adding a unique cultural flavor to the celebration. The union of Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed was not just a modern spectacle, but a testament to the rich heritage of the UAE. One of the first traditional elements that greeted the guests as they arrived at the Dubai World Trade Center was the Emirati Ayala dancers. These skilled performers, with their rhythmic beats and captivating movements, welcomed guests at the entrance, setting the tone for a celebration deeply rooted in the nation's culture. The Ayala dance, a traditional dance form, added a touch of authenticity to the grand affair, symbolizing the spirit of the UAE. Inside the venue, a Dubai folk and arts group specializing in the traditional Bedouin dance called Harbi showcased their skills. Ahmed Al-Mazioud, a member of the group, highlighted the significance of these traditional dances, stating, "We don't train for the dance, it is in our brains. We have one heart and one sound, and that is also the foundation of a wedding and a marriage." This traditional dance, passed down through generations, became a living expression of the cultural heritage woven into the fabric of the royal celebration. The cultural elements were not mere performances. They were a connection to the roots of the UAE, a reminder of the nation's history and traditions. In a city known for its modern skyline, these traditional touches served as a bridge between the past and the present, creating a harmonious blend that defined the essence of the celebration. As the sun began to set on Dubai, casting a warm glow over the city, the traditional elements continued to unfold. Dancers outside the venue, seemingly invigorated by the cooling temperature, performed the Lewa dance and other maritime songs. These performances, deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of the UAE, added a layer of authenticity to the festivities. The Lewa dance, a traditional Emirati dance characterized by graceful movements and vibrant costumes, became a visual spectacle outside Zabil Palace. Against the backdrop of the illuminated palace, dancers continued to mesmerize the audience, their movements reflecting the rich maritime traditions of the region. The marriage of tradition and celebration was beautifully embodied in these performances, creating moments that resonated with the onlookers. The cultural richness extended to the venue's interior, where the largest hall in the Dubai World Trade Center had been transformed into a space that echoed the traditional colors and motifs of the UAE. The decor, in pale gold and cream, not only complemented the men's attire, but also created a backdrop that celebrated the nation's cultural identity. In videos shared on social media, glimpses of the interior revealed a box screen suspended from the ceiling, displaying a live feed of the three grooms and VIPs. Cream sofas lined one wall, providing a regal setting for the celebrations. Tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses, lilies and orchids added a touch of elegance, merging tradition with contemporary aesthetics. As the guests navigated through corridors lined with dancers and flowers, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers" in Arabic. These traditional songs served as a musical thread connecting generations, echoing sentiments of unity and familial ties. Segment 4. Inside the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall of the Dubai World Trade Center, adorned in pale gold and cream, became the epicenter of Dubai's royal Eid wedding extravaganza. As the guests entered this opulent space, they stepped into a world of elegance, sophistication, and regal celebration that reflected the union of tradition and modernity. The videos shared on social media provided glimpses into the interior, capturing the essence of the festivities. A box screen suspended from the ceiling displayed a live feed of the three grooms, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Ahmed, alongside VIPs, creating a visual spectacle for those inside. Cream sofas lined one wall, providing a regal setting for the celebration, and tables adorned with bouquets of white and soft pink roses, lilies, and orchids added a touch of grace to the ambiance. The reception line, a symbolic space where Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid and his sons stood alongside the country's royals, set the stage for well wishes and congratulations. As the guests approached the line, the air was filled with an atmosphere of joy and unity. The first in line to receive congratulations was Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, followed by his brother Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid, deputy ruler of Dubai and minister of finance, and then the three grooms. Among the attendees were UAE ministers, dignitaries, and prominent businessmen, each adding their presence to the celebratory atmosphere. The ceremony, conducted with smooth precision, echoed the well-organized nature of the entire event. Guests expressed their happiness, with one attendee, Hamdan al-Samt, describing the atmosphere as spectacular and highlighting the seamless flow of the ceremony. Inside the hall, the voices of more than 100 singers filled the air, chanting traditional songs that celebrated familial ties. The lyrics, "My grandfather and your grandfather were brothers" in Arabic, became a musical thread connecting the present to the past, emphasizing the unity and shared history of the nation. The grandeur of the celebration extended beyond the visual and auditory aspects. The venue, the largest hall in the Dubai World Trade Center, served as a canvas where tradition and modernity were masterfully blended. The decor, with its traditional colors and motifs, provided a cultural backdrop that honored the heritage of the UAE. The celebration inside the Grand Hall was not just about the royal family. It was a representation of the happiness and collective joy of the nation. Mohammed Abdullah, one of the guests who arrived on one of the Roads and Transport Authority buses, expressed, "I think a lot of people won't understand the relationship between us and the Crown Prince. And when he's happy, everyone is happy." This sentiment echoed the deep connection between the royal family and the people of the UAE. As the evening progressed, the Grand Hall continued to be a hub of festivities. The celebration was not confined to formalities. It was a dynamic and vibrant expression of joy. The nation's happiness was palpable as the guests, dressed in their finest attire, shared in the revelry. In the hall, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, as the father of the grooms, stood as a central figure, radiating pride and joy. His presence added a layer of significance to the celebration, emphasizing the familial bonds that were being forged on this special occasion. The Grand Hall, meticulously decorated to match the men's outfits, created a harmonious atmosphere that resonated with the cultural identity of the UAE. Cream sofas, where guests could relax and share in the joy of the celebration, formed an integral part of the setting. As the guests drifted away from the Dubai World Trade Center, the festivities were set to continue at Zabil Palace, spectacularly lit for the event. More dancers were poised to perform the Lewa dance and other maritime songs, extending the celebration into the night. Segment 5, the evening festivities. As the sun dipped below the Dubai skyline, casting a warm glow over the city, the evening festivities of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding unfolded at Zabil Palace. This final chapter of the grand celebration promised to be a continuation of the opulence and cultural richness that had defined the day. Zabil Palace, the residence of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and ruler of Dubai, served as the picturesque backdrop for the evening celebration. The palace, illuminated for the special occasion, stood as a symbol of grandeur and tradition, setting the stage for the magical moments that were about to unfold. The illuminated palace not only marked the continuation of the celebration, but also added a touch of enchantment to the night. Against this stunning backdrop, more dancers were poised to perform, bringing the traditional Lewa dance and other maritime songs to life. The dancers, seemingly invigorated by the cooling temperature, continued to mesmerize the audience, their movements reflecting the rich maritime traditions of the region. The Lewa dance, a traditional Emirati dance characterized by graceful movements and vibrant costumes, became a visual spectacle outside Zabil Palace. The dancers, with their rhythmic motions and colorful attire, created an atmosphere of joy and celebration that resonated with the onlookers. The marriage of tradition and celebration was beautifully embodied in these performances, creating moments that would be etched in the memories of those present. The enchanting setting of Zabil Palace served as the perfect backdrop for the Lewa dance and other cultural performances. Against the majestic architecture and illuminated surroundings, the evening festivities became a tapestry of tradition and modernity, a reflection of the nation's commitment to preserving its rich cultural heritage. The festivities were not limited to external performances alone. Inside Zabeel Palace, more magical moments awaited the guests. The palace, known for its regal interiors and exquisite design, provided an intimate setting for further celebrations. As the night unfolded, the guests were treated to a continuation of the joyous atmosphere that had characterized the entire day. The Laiwa dance, with its historical significance and cultural relevance, was not merely a performance. It was a celebration of the nation's identity. Each movement, each beat of the drums resonated with the traditions that had been passed down through generations. The evening festivities, both outside and inside Zabeel Palace, were a testament to the commitment of the royal family to uphold and celebrate the cultural heritage of the UAE. As the guests continued to revel in the evening festivities, the palace became a hub of joy and camaraderie. The illuminated beauty of Zabeel Palace added a sense of magic to the night, creating an ambiance that complemented the cultural performances and added to the overall enchantment of the celebration. Zabeel Palace, steeped in history and significance, provided a fitting venue for the culmination of Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza. The festivities extending into the night served as a grand finale to a day filled with love, tradition, and unity. The cultural performances, both traditional and contemporary, showcased the diversity and vibrancy of the UAE, leaving a lasting impression on those fortunate enough to witness the spectacle. In the final moments of the evening, the last word went to the father of the grooms, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. Taking to Twitter, he shared a heartfelt message. "May happiness and peace always surround my family, my homeland, and my people." This message, along with a collection of pictures from the event, encapsulated the essence of the day, a celebration that transcended the royal family and touched the hearts of the entire nation. As the evening festivities drew to a close, Zabeel Palace stood as a testament to the harmonious blend of tradition and modernity that defined Dubai's Royal Eid wedding extravaganza. The illuminated beauty of the palace echoed the radiance of the celebrations, creating a visual spectacle that marked this day as a truly remarkable chapter in the history of Dubai.
Today, I want to share with you the fascinating love story of Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince of Dubai. It's a tale that captivates us all and leaves us wondering about his marriage. Sheikh Hamdan is not only a charismatic public figure, but also a politician and poet, and he's even considered the most handsome prince in the world. You might have seen his extravagant lifestyle on social media, where he shares glimpses of his daily life. However, there's one aspect that remains a mystery: his wife. Despite knowing the name and date of Sheikh Hamdan's marriage, his wife remains elusive. We're left wondering who this intriguing woman is that has stolen the heart of Dubai's crown prince. How many wives does he have? And most importantly, who is the mother of his children? Join me on this thrilling journey as we uncover the answers to these burning questions. Sheikh Hamdan's chosen bride is Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum, his first cousin from his mother's side. In simpler terms, Sheikh Hamdan married his mother's sister's daughter, who is now known as Sheikha bin Saeed Al Thani. They tied the knot on June 6, 2019. There have been rumors about their divorce, but no trustworthy news source has confirmed it. A quick Google search shows that Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum is still Sheikh Hamdan's wife. So, what really happened between them? And who is the woman that truly captured Sheikh Hamdan's heart? Since a young age, Sheikh Hamdan has harbored deep feelings for another woman, a love that circumstances prevented him from pursuing. Despite his arranged marriage with Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum, Sheikh Hamdan's heart belonged to someone else. Although Sheikha cared for him, his heart longed for another. They spent time together, but their love faced challenges when Sheikha discovered Sheikh Hamdan's other relationship. Sheikh Hamdan, unable to suppress his love, expressed his feelings through numerous poems and made desperate attempts to stop his marriage with Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum. However, he couldn't prevent the arranged union, nor could he stop loving his true girlfriend. As fate would have it, after Sheikha left Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan married the woman he truly loved, his second wife, and the mother of his children. Take a look at this stunning image of her beauty. In my previous videos, I mentioned Sheikh Hamdan's search for Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum and explained the reasons behind it. To fully understand the story, I encourage you to watch those videos. In summary, this all unfolded after the passing of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. Sheikh Hamdan, as the future crown prince, received an important order from his father, Sheikh Mohammed. In order to ensure stability and protection in his future role, Sheikh Mohammed arranged the marriage with his cousin, Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum, surrounded by their influential relatives, as is customary in royal families. While Sheikh Mohammed's decision made sense from a father's perspective, it was incredibly challenging for Sheikh Hamdan, as his heart held no love for Sheikha. Nevertheless, he fulfilled his duty. This unexpected turn of events led to the woman Sheikh Hamdan truly loved and who was also the mother of his children, leaving him and Dubai. A heavy sadness weighed upon Sheikh Hamdan's heart, but he had no choice but to accept her departure. Despite the circumstances, Sheikh Hamdan continued to channel his emotions into heartfelt poems dedicated to Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum. One particular verse, written on June 29th, expressed his deep sorrow and longing for a soul disconnected from its physical form. Recently, Sheikh Hamdan returned to Dubai for the Eid al-Adha prayer, yet his demeanor did not radiate happiness. Shortly after the prayer, he once again departed for London. The most recent information indicates that Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum are reunited, though the nature of their relationship remains uncertain, whether it carries the spark of romance or not. Regardless, my sincerest wish for Sheikh Hamdan is a harmonious family life, especially for the well-being of his children. This intricate tapestry of love unfolds with complexity, passion, and sacrifice. If you yearn to delve deeper into the captivating world of Sheikh Hamdan, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Explore his love poems, translations, and the trials and challenges that have shaped his past. I assure you, this journey will captivate and enthrall you. As we come to the end of this chapter in Sheikh Hamdan's love story, we witness the ongoing struggle of this enigmatic prince as he navigates the complex realm of his emotions. Each day brings new challenges as he grapples with his sense of duty, the weight of tradition, and the ache of a love that fate did not permit. While Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Thani Al Maktoum find themselves reunited once again, only time will reveal the true nature of their renewed bond. Amidst this unfolding tale, let us not forget the woman who truly captured Sheikh Hamdan's heart, the one he secretly loved for so long. Her identity remains a tantalizing mystery that sparks our imagination. What obstacles did they face? What hurdles did they overcome in their pursuit of forbidden love? These unanswered questions echo in Sheikh Hamdan's soul, leaving behind a bittersweet melody that resonates in the depths of his being. Although Sheikh Hamdan may present a composed facade during public appearances, keen observers sense the lingering sadness that shadows his eyes. The weight of his future leadership in Dubai, combined with the tumultuous journey of his heart, has left an indelible mark on his spirit. Nevertheless, amidst this inner turmoil, he strives to find solace and happiness for himself and his beloved children. As we bid farewell to this chapter of Sheikh Hamdan's love story, let us extend our well wishes to him as he continues on his path. May he find the strength to reconcile his responsibilities with the whispers of his heart. May he discover a love that transcends duty and tradition, bringing him the joy and fulfillment he so deserves. We thank you for joining us on this enthralling exploration of Sheikh Hamdan's love life. Our journey does not end here, as we will continue to unravel the captivating mysteries that surround this remarkable prince. Stay tuned to our channel for more intriguing insights, translations of his heartfelt poems, and glimpses into the captivating world of Sheikh Hamdan. Until then, may destiny's winds carry you on your own extraordinary journey. Farewell, and thank you for being a part of our story.
In a comment beneath our documentary on Dubai's Crown Prince, a woman shared her encounter with Prince Hamdan, claiming he deceived her. It appears that she's not alone. Myriad women globally, enchanted by the prospect of marrying the prince, have voiced their frustrations online, accusing Sheikh Hamdan of deceit. Sheikha Mahra too finds herself embroiled in similar controversies, with disillusioned men expressing their grievances on her Instagram. The question arises, how is the royal family tangled in this worldwide scandal? And what prevents the halting of these deceptions? Delve into our video for insights. Dreaming of a royal marriage, especially to Dubai's heartthrob Crown Prince Hamdan Al Maktoum, is widespread among women. His striking looks and vast wealth, showcased on Instagram with contemplative gazes, affection for animals, and interactions with kids, are irresistible. British national Amy Walters, a practical woman by her account, was stunned to receive a message from the prince. Having lived in Dubai post-divorce, she once lamented her high rent on Instagram, catching the attention of Fazza, Prince Hamdan's alias. He offered to rectify her situation, winning her over with promises of marriage and a fairy tale life, provided she secured a royal certificate for $3,800. The subsequent transfer, however, led to a series of requests culminating in Amy unmasking the scam upon hearing a distinctly Nigerian accent instead of Arabic. This incident is a mere drop in the ocean of Fazza scam victims, with scammers masquerading as both princes and princesses, duping thousands. Similar tales of deception involve paying for marriage certificates to non-existent royalty, with losses ranging from a few thousand to nearly $500,000. Such fraudulent schemes exploit the royal family's charitable image, asking for donations as a test of generosity, only to vanish after receiving the money. Forbes lists Prince Hamdan's wealth at $6 billion, making it highly unlikely for him to solicit funds from women. Unbeknownst to many, these scams have proliferated to the extent that victims have initiated a petition for action against these fraudsters. Realistically, true royalty seldom searches for partners online, avoiding the risk of tarnishing their reputation or being financially exploited. While there are exceptions in royal courtships, the advice for those ensnared by a royal with an unconvincing accent is to seek truth and spread awareness of these scams. Have you ever received messages from Prince Hamdan or Sheikha Mahra on social media? Could you detect the scam? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. See you in the next video.